those places and dive in. I'm in an unusual location tonight. My husband and I are down at our Airbnb that we have guests checking into this week who specifically asked if we would have a Christmas tree. So we said, you know what, let's get a Christmas tree for them. So we came down here to decorate. Okay, here we go. Welcome, everyone. I'm coming to you live from Volano Beach, which is basically St. Augustine Beach, Florida, with my husband decorating Christmas tree in the background of our Airbnb that we have guests checking into this week. They asked for a Christmas tree. They will be here for Christmas with their little kids, and so we came down to decorate for them. So welcome. My name is Rachel Garcia, and I'm going to be sharing some information with you all tonight that I have no doubt could be life-changing. In fact, where I am right now, what we're doing right now, would not be possible if I had not watched this presentation that you're watching 15 years ago. And at the time, we were very busy, new parents. We had a 9-month-old and a 3-year-old. I was working full-time as a physician assistant practicing medicine in an extremely busy medical practice in Ponte Vedra Beach. My husband was a full-time construction estimator. We had just invested and started 2 businesses in the previous 6 months, $100,000. One was a construction company, and one was a skincare retail store with a brick and mortar location. So when people ask me what I do, I say, well, I started 3 businesses in 2008. One of them exploded, and it was neither one of those. And so we were working our full-time jobs, trying to get those businesses up and going, trying to be parents, trying to keep our marriage going, and life was exhausting. And my brothers called me because here we are, new entrepreneurs, and they said, we have a new business we think you should take a look at. And because of the exhaustion in my life at the time, I was like, I'm not who you think I am. I'm not interested in a business. And they said, well, you can say no, just make it an educated no. And that made sense to me. So I agreed to take a look. And within minutes of looking at what you're going to be looking at, I knew I was meant to be involved with this company. I knew they were going to change a lot of lives. And quite frankly, I went to medical school to change lives. I had no idea the income potential. I had no idea the income potential was greater with that company than with the other 2 that I'd started, and that the investment would be like 1/100th of what we had spent on all of the other businesses. And so it was life-changing. I'm going to share with you in the next few moments what that is, and that you have the opportunity to partner with us. Very few people in the United States even know that this company exists. In fact, less than 60,000. It has exploded in Korea. It has exploded in Thailand. It has not exploded here yet, but I believe that 2023 is the year that it will be exploding. Many of us have gotten a lot more bold with it. I am at a stage in my life where I have more time to be live and share this information and answer any questions that people have. And essentially, I work for you. So if you're not doing something right now, if there's not something in your life that if you spend 30 minutes a day on it 5 days a week, it will pay you weekly checks for decades to come. I implore you to listen closely to what we're sharing with you tonight, because it truly can impact your life forever, for generations to come, decades to come. So I'm going to be talking to you about a company called Pure. It stands for People United Reaching Everyone. I know that everyone involved with this company feels strongly that they are meant to share this with others. So someone invited you tonight. Someone invited you because they feel that this could be an impactful thing for you. But we don't walk around with signs that say, you know what, I only have $500 left for my Christmas gifts for my kids, and it's just not enough. And we don't walk around with signs in which we talk about our health issues. In fact, we usually keep our health issues and our financial issues close at home and rarely tell very many people about them at all. So whoever invited you, they have no idea what you're going through. They just know that this is something that could potentially help you. And so that is what you're taking a look at tonight. And I found in 15 years of sharing this story, this information about this company, I'm a brand partner with the company. I am literally just getting the information out. People are either attracted to the health or the income. I was attracted to the health aspect. Although I worked practicing medicine full-time, writing 200 prescriptions a day, my nephew had just been diagnosed with severe autism. And I sat with my sister, as the physician said, he will never speak. He will never have more than the mind of a 3-year-old. And as a PA with a master's degree in clinical medical sciences and a 9-month-old who had shots scheduled the following week, I had a lot of questions. So I began doing an extensive amount of research. And I'm not talking about Google and Wikipedia. I was reading the books. I was pulling up the published studies. and I was learning about the importance of nutrition, and I was trying to do it on my own. I was doing my research and going to the health food store, driving to the health food store in all my free time, looking at buying the proper things, omega-3s and the calciums and the vitamins. We have the garden, we have the juicer, seeing no results. Okay, so most Americans that I meet that are educated, yeah, you already have a pantry full of supplementation. You've already done all your Googling research. You've heard that turmeric and vitamin D and vitamin C and vitamin K and omega-3s are important. So you've got it in your pantry, but you don't travel with it. And you can't tell when you take it, and you can't tell when you don't. And that's the difference here. You can tell when you take it, and you can tell when you don't. Watch this presentation. I heard the message of cleanse your body of toxins, balance out your pH, and build your cells with whole raw food nutrition. And I said, I'm in. That's a message of truth. I learned they used it in a clinical practice for 30 years with patients. Said I can't out-research that. I'm in. There was a 3-year waiting list for people to get in to see the physician to get on this system. And it was a 3-year waiting list. They said, we're going to get this out to the population, but people aren't going to have to wait. We're just going to, instead of hiring a marketing firm and putting it up on billboards and radio ads and commercials, we're just going to pay word of mouth advertising. And that's how it began to spread. And that's how I found out about it in the very beginning. You guys have the added benefit of this company has been in practice. It's been in business for 15 years. I didn't have that benefit when I got started. I didn't have videos that I'm going to show you and doctors joining every single week. I just saw the simple message of cleanse, balance, build. I compared it with the nutritional supplementations I was spending hundreds of dollars on per month. I saw that this was more affordable, and I saw that it had better ingredients than what I was purchasing. And I said, I'm in, give me everything they've got. It was a time saver for me. So I joined for the simplicity, no longer having to drive to the health food store, click a button. And mind you, in 2008, not everybody was buying things online. Okay, very few of us were actually. We were still going to the stores on Black Friday and buying Christmas gifts at the mall. We were not buying online at Amazon in 2008, guys. It wasn't happening. Hard to remember back then, but I remember. So for me, this was simplicity. Looks good, looks better than what I'm purchasing, more affordable. I'm in, give it to me. I want the best bang for my buck with this company. I liked everything that they offered. Okay, so I joined for the simplicity. I'm still here today because of the very, very real results that our family experienced. Within a week, my horrible insomnia issues were gone. My son's horrible constipation issues were gone. Within 6 weeks, my husband, who's behind me decorating this tree, who'd struggled with severe anger and depression issues, no more crazy up and downs. Smooth, easy. We do not travel without our products. We did that once or twice, and we figured out products have a pretty positive impact when you take them consistently, and a very negative impact. You go back to where you're struggling. And let me tell you, his depression is not a result of a lack of Prozac in his body. He needs to cleanse, and he needs to pour the nutrition in that our bodies need to function properly. I'm here for the real results. I've helped tens of thousands of people throw prescriptions in the trash. I don't know what's going to happen for you, but I want to encourage you to put the puzzle pieces together as I'm talking today. I want to ask you a serious question. I just told you in 2008 that not many people were purchasing online. What if somebody came to you in 2008 and said, we're looking for brand partners for a company called Amazon. They're going to sell in the future. Right now they're selling books online, but in the future, people will buy everything online. Computers, refrigerators, tires, diapers, Christmas trees. We bought this Christmas tree on Amazon. Everything will be bought online. We're looking for brand partners, people who are going to go out and help us get other members of Amazon. And if you help us get other members in Amazon, then you will get 10 to 50% of whatever they purchase for the rest of their lives, for the rest of your life. Are you willing to partner with us? Would you have seen it? See, now when I pull the rooms in the live audience that I speak in, I say, how many of you have Amazon subscriptions? 100% of the hands go up every time. E-commerce, online shopping is here. It is the future. And that's what you have here with Pure. The opportunity to partner with them as a brand partner, to tell the world that we have these amazing, better than what you can find elsewhere, health products that offer a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. People say, well, this is interesting. Well, how's it different from what my sister's selling, the oils she's selling, or the weight loss program she's selling? Any business out there, you guys, I'm going to put on my business hat for a moment, okay? There's some things you should be looking for. And I wish people had told me this when I was in my early 30s and I was starting the skincare store. I opened a skincare store, which the demographic was for the women, 50% of the population cut out already, just for the women. They'll try to tell you it's for the men as well. It's really not. The women are the ones who purchase. The women who want to spend more than $100 per month on their skin. Baby demographic, tiny percentage of all the population. You want something that's for everyone. What we have is for every man, every woman, every child, their parents, their dogs and their cats. It's for everybody who has a body, because sooner or later, people figure out what you put into your body really matters. Sooner or later, they figure it out. The average 50-year-old in America is on 5 prescription medications. They don't like it, but they don't think there's an answer. There's a better way. That's why I've been going live every single day for the last 5 weeks. This is my last week of going live before we jump into the holidays, every day, because people deserve to know they don't have to be sick. We have a consumable product. If you're going to sell something, if that's going to be your business, you're going to sell something or a service that you offer, you don't want it to be a one-time service. You don't want it to be a one-time purchase, like Cutco knives or a vacuum cleaner or a water purifier, where you only go to your friends and family once and they've purchased one thing that will last forever. You want to be selling something that you have repeat purchases on. And that's where we really stand out. When someone starts in our company on a starter package, 93% of them repurchase because it works, because they can tell when they take it and they can tell when they don't. Do you have vitamins in your pantry right now? Turmeric, vitamin C, omega-3s. Do you take them every day? Do you bring them with you on vacation? When you take these things, you can tell that you take them. Let's talk about the business for a second. Richard Branson and Tony Robbins are two huge proponents of this business model. Richard Branson says every American should have a small business for the tax benefits. There's a funny meme going around right now on Instagram and TikTok about writing things off, but let me explain. Most people watching this are typically employees. Employees get taxes taken out of their paychecks. At the end of the year, usually too much has been paid in taxes, and they get some back, and they're super excited about that, okay? I have a friend who is a brand partner with Pure for over 2 years now. She reached out to me last year. She's been in the school system her entire career. And she said, you know what? I'm meant to get $900 back this year in my taxes, but I remember you telling me something about the tax benefits of having a Pure business. What does that mean? Well, that means that you can deduct from the taxes you have to pay the investment that you made in this business, your monthly purchases, and anything else that you spent to keep your business going or to help you further your business, like our annual nutrition events that she's gone to. And she went from getting $900 back in her taxes to $3,900 back in her taxes. That's why Richard Branson says every American should have a small business. Now, Tony Robbins loves it for the small startup cost and the low overhead. The small startup cost made me think it wasn't a business. The investment here, not only did we eat what we purchased as our investment in our business, but it was less than what I spent per month on the overhead of my skincare store. That means what I paid to keep the light bill on, the rent for that facility, the paychecks for my employees was more than what I paid to get started in this business. And that made me think it wasn't a business. In fact, my CPA was the one who said to my husband and I, "What's this purchase you made?" It's nothing. It's just a bunch of food and supplements we purchased. We already ate it, actually. "I think you can write that off. I think it's a business. Show me the paperwork." And he came back and he said, "That is a business, and it might be the smartest one you started for your goal, time freedom." He was right. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki is the author of this amazing book. If you're an employee and you haven't read this book, read it. This book is what caused me to decide to start 2 businesses in 2008. And then I stumbled into this third one. And then his book, The Business of the 21st Century, came out in 2010. And when I read it, I was mind blown. I'd stumbled in to what Robert Kiyosaki says is the business of the 21st century. And he was right, guys, because here's what started to happen. Once we saw results, because the 3rd month is when crazy things started to happen, my nephew started to speak. He was totally nonverbal, and we were told he would never speak. Right now, he's currently a senior at the high school that I went to in Tallahassee, Florida. Okay. That was pretty mind-blowing for me. I'd lost 32 pounds at the end of 3 months. People were noticing and asking me what was going on. And I'd stumbled into this business, and I had begun to tell people about it. And checks had begun to come in. They weren't big checks. They were little, $57, $186, $272. And then they began to grow exponentially. Then they began to match and surpass what I made with my skincare store. Now, I spent 3 to 4 hours a day in the skincare store. When I finished with patients at 7, I'd go to my skincare store and let the employees go home and do all the closeout procedures. 3 to 4 hours away from my kids. And I started to make more with that than I with this 30-minute a day phone call. What was I doing 30 minutes a day? I'm telling you straight out, I had no time. I called people on the way to work. "Hey, Teresa, I'm doing this thing. You have to look. I think it might be right up your alley. It might not be. I don't know, but you need to look. Can you get online tonight at 8 o'clock and take a look? I invited someone every day. When I was like the lady at the breakfast shop, would you like some coffee, sir? Would you like some coffee, ma'am? And if they said, no, it's not for me, I didn't throw down my coffee mug and run out. I'm never doing this again, you know? And if someone said no, I said what my brother said, just give me an educated no. Like, you can say no, it might not be for you at all. But after 15 years of doing this, I'll tell you, everybody ends up coming back. It might not be for them at that time, but I'm not going anywhere. When they see me and they watch me, and you're gonna watch the person who did this. I'm gonna tell you in a minute why timing is key, but you're gonna watch the person who invited you. And they're gonna keep going and they're gonna keep going and they're gonna do 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And the checks are little at first, and then they begin to exponentially explode with our 30-minute a day system. We teach you how to leverage your time. This is the other reason those guys love this business model. I'm right now working for somebody. I'm working for whoever invited you. Whoever invited you is probably decorating their own Christmas tree with their family, watching Elf. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm working for them. You're going to ask questions. In fact, if you have questions, type them in on the Q&A right now, and I'm going to answer the questions before they get off. And I am helping that person who invited you. You have someone else working for you while you're decorating your Christmas tree or while you're at work. What are you doing right now that if you spend 30 minutes a day on it 5 days a week, it'll pay you weekly checks for decades to come? I got started because I told you that I can't out research 30 years in a clinical practice. And they started it and said, we're going to spread it by word of mouth. And so we are looking for people who will partner with us and spread the news. It's powerful what we have here. And I believe with all my heart, after 20 years of practicing medicine as a PA, 15 years of sharing this information, that we're sick because of 3 reasons in this country. Everything that we struggle with, I'm telling you, migraines, insomnia, ADHD, autism, heart disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, insomnia, depression, you name it, is the result of these 3 things. We're toxic. We're drinking out of plastic water bottles. We're eating food that's been sprayed with pesticides, fungicides, larvicides. We're putting food in plastic containers and sticking it in microwaves. And our microparticles of plastic are showing up in the Americans' bloodstreams. It's been found in all of our bloodstreams. And as those particles go up, so does the cancer rate. I know you know somebody who's been affected by cancer. I used to poll the rooms 15 years ago, and usually 20 to 30% of the hands would go up. If you know somebody who's been affected by cancer, now it's 100% of the hands. That should be terrifying all by itself. We're out of balance. Don't get enough sleep. We don't get enough exercise, but I like to talk about the acidity alkalinity balance. Our bodies are meant to operate at a specific pH. There's a great book called The China Study, which you should read if you're interested in this information, or maybe The Truth About Cancer, another great one. When you're putting food in, you're either keeping it where it's supposed to be with its alkalinity, or you're hurting it. Meat, dairy, sugar, soda, coffee, bread keeps you in the acidic state, which is where disease and infection and inflammation have been shown to thrive. You want to help your body stay where it's supposed to be. And I believe we all have cancer cells in our bodies. The question is, are you feeding them or are you starving them? That's the question. I'm going to teach you how to feed them in less than 30 seconds in the morning. We're lacking in nutrition. The fast food restaurant line in Hawaii is around the block. Fast food, prepackaged, processed food. It's affecting our kids. The nutrition studies are showing it. And whatever's in your genetic pipeline, whatever your parents are currently struggling with, neurology issues, restless leg syndrome, Parkinson's, Alzheimer, dementia, heart disease, it's coming down the pipeline towards you guys. It is. You have the same genes as them. You've likely been exercising less than them, hopefully more, but you've definitely been eating more poison foods than them and less nutrition than them. It's going to hit our kids faster unless we do something about it. For those people who think they can just eat healthy, sorry, that went out the window years ago. 12 years ago, studies were done showing we have to eat 8 oranges, 80 cups of spinach, 99 ears of corn, 2 cups of wheat to get the same nutrition our grandparents got from one of each of those things. This is why we have an obesity pandemic in our country. We are literally starving and constantly putting things in our mouth to feed this starvation, to feed this desire for nutrition. Cleanse, balance, build is the philosophy of Pure, and it caught my attention right away because I recognized it is truth. It's a centuries-old philosophy. We have medical doctors on our advisory panel. We have multiple products in the physician's desk reference, and I will just tell you, we have medical doctors joining us weekly. Why would medical doctors be joining us weekly? It doesn't take a lot to put 2 and 2 together, guys. Okay, we've been practicing medicine a long time. Medicine's changed. Read the book, The Truth About Cancer. So I could talk about a lot of our products. I could talk about the sports line, which our whole family thrives on. We're all in the gym every day. I mean, I have to tell you, the kids that I know, the people that I know whose kids, they're athletes, high school athletes, middle school athletes that use our sports line and our starter package Core Plus products, they are stellar athletes. I mean, I'm not going to make claims about what's going to happen to you, but we have multiple full ride college scholarships for Pure kids who've been on Pure for 5, 10 years. I mean, it's kind of crazy what happens. So I'm not going to talk about sports line. The metabolic reset I'll be talking about a lot the week after Christmas. It includes our starter package plus some fat burners and metabolism boosters. And we give you a whole program where you're eating every 3 hours for 6 weeks and typically see 15 to 20 pounds of fat loss, which is amazing and awesome. And it all has to do with right now your metabolism is slow and then you're feeding it junk. We're just going to speed it up, get the fat melting off of you. But I'm going to talk about a starter package, okay? So I don't overwhelm you. We found that 93 out of 100 people who purchase this repurchase because there's 6 things they typically feel in 30 days. They know that it works. There's a 30-day satisfaction guarantee, guys. Most people within the first 30 days see increased energy, better sleep, less pain, better mood. You don't notice your mood changing though. Your entire family ends up loving you more as your mood improves, as well as your work people. Bowel habits improve, whether you go too much or too little, whether you have hemorrhoids or constipation or IBS or Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Those are some of our best stories, guys. The gut is huge. And weight loss. Those are the 6 things people see in the first 30 days. And I want you to think of it as a servicing. You take your car in for a servicing every 10,000 miles. We just got quotes for the 2 air conditionings in this house to be serviced for $5,000. Okay. What happens if we don't service the air conditionings in this house 100 yards from the ocean? What happens? Well, the air conditionings will go bad and then we're out of luck, right? In Florida, we can't go without servicing our air conditioning units. Last time you serviced your body? Oh, you went in last month? Okay. Why? You had some bowel issues, some pain, hair falling out, nails are brittle, just don't feel good, can't lose weight. So they ran some tests, they did some scans, they gave you some prescriptions. Maybe they told you we need to take out your gallbladder or half of your thyroid. Guys, that is not a servicing. You need to cleanse the toxins out of the 7 channels you eliminate through your lungs, your liver, your skin, your lymphatic system, kidneys, blood, and intestines. You have 7 channels you eliminate through. You have to pour the nutrition in, not just vitamin C, not just vitamin D, not just omega-3s. You need calcium. You need greens. You need vitamins and minerals that are essential that you're not getting now, that decrease inflammation. So what are you struggling with? Migraines, allergies, asthma. Are your kids struggling with focus, ADHD, restless leg syndrome? What is your secret little thing that you have to take at night before you go to bed? Do you struggle with cold sores, UTIs that are often? Is the flu going around and you're like, oh no, we're going to get the flu? See, we don't have those issues in our house. In fact, I traveled probably more than everybody watching this combined during COVID and didn't get it once. We take super fruit shots in our house. If you're over 40 or you're on prescription medications, get the Core Complete. This is our second starter package. It includes each of these wildly harvested superfruits. They've been used for over 3,000 years in the areas where they're grown. Noni, mangosteen, goji, acai. 100% wildly harvested, not mixed with pear juice and apple juice to make it taste sweet. That's what Americans do. It's just 100%. And that's powerful. So again, if you're on prescriptions or you're over 40, you need the Core Complete. Again, the 6 things that most people see when they consume these products every day for 30 days: better sleep, more energy, less pain, better bowels, better mood, weight loss. It's your servicing. And then 93 out of 100 people go forward with typically 2 to 3 products. If you're a nutrition junkie like I was, you'll probably go forward with more than 2 to 3 products. Okay. But you'll figure out what you love and you'll go forward. And people are always like, well, how do I consume it? My kids won't take it. Yes, they will. And it's not your doctor's job. It's not your teacher's job to get the nutrition in the kids. I've been pouring these superfruit shots for my kids for years. I used to mix it in orange juice. I used to put the Mila in Rice Krispie treats or in pancakes with little M&Ms on them because I figured out how important omega-3s were. And I knew it was my job to get it in them. This is my son eating a Mila muffin. He just pushed away the orange juice that he was drinking. For years, they've been doing this since they were little. It's obvious when they don't take it. The teachers can tell, I can tell, they can tell. They're getting older. They're 15 and 18. And I know in a couple of years, I'll have no control over what they take. So if I let them go a couple of days without it, one comes in like, Mom, I've got a scratchy throat. Mom, the flu's going around. I need my stuff. They know. They know. One came home, that little one, the other day. He had stomach ache. He spent his first wrestling match literally rolling on the ground. Have you ever been to a wrestling match? I had not been. It is something to see. So 13 hours rolling around on the ground with kids from 15 different schools. And he had a little stomach pain in his stomach on Tuesday. He came home, said, Mom, my stomach hurts. I said, take Noni. Literally within 30 minutes, the stomach pain was gone. I said, see, told you. And I have a video of him when he was 12 saying it was his favorite product because it takes stomach pain away. See, parasites can't live in the gut when you're consuming noni. If you struggle with reflux, you'll love our noni. We make smoothies every day. In fact, I made one on the way down here. Busy day. Didn't have time to have my smoothie, so I made a smoothie on the way down here. Got all my nutrition in on the car ride down here. We have training videos teaching you how to get it in French toast and waffles and muffins and smoothies. And we work together as a team to help you get nutrition in your body and in your family's body. I was just talking to somebody who was up in Tennessee this past week, and they had a whole morning breakfast with 5 different smoothies and putting stuff in oatmeal, and all the moms came in and learned how to get it in their kids' families. Like, this is what we do. We are all about empowering you to get your family as healthy as it can possibly be. That's what we're all about. PureLifeChangers.com is a wealth of information. We have the doctors educating on why you should use the products. We have in-depth breakdowns of each of these products. I mean, really all of the products that our company offers, including the sports line and the immune boosters and the skin defense that you can spray on your hands and your face and your purse to kill all bugs that are dumping on you at the gym. We have in-depth videos on all of that. The family package is my favorite package because it includes literally every product the company offers and enough for your whole family if you have a family of 4 or more to consume it. It's powerful. If you're on this site right now, Changing Lives with Pure, use the search box. Type in whatever ailment your family is struggling with. If you're not on this site, ask to be added to it. It's like TripAdvisor for Pure, okay? You're not just listening to me talk about it. Please be sure to get back to your friend who invited you and ask them to share with you what their story is. But my goal started with I'm going to share it with one person. I'm just going to share it with the people in my life, right? My nephew starts speaking. I got to tell people. And I was used to impacting the people in my life. I was used to impacting the people that came into my practice every day. I took pride in being the best healthcare provider I could be and having them leave going, wow, that was an amazing visit. I took pride in that. But I'd never impact the lives of people that I didn't touch. I'm going to tell you a story of Betty. I shared this with Betty. And she got started on the Core Complete. She was in her 70s, had no energy, was fatigued, did not feel good, had pain, could barely go get her mail every day. And after about 2 weeks, not only was she getting her mail, she's walking the block in the morning, walking the block at night, meeting the neighbors, talking to the neighbors. They're saying, Betty, we haven't seen you in years. What is going on? And so Betty calls me about a month in and she's like, not only do I have a number of people on the products, but I'm getting checks, Rachel. And she said, to be in my 70s and be on a fixed budget and start getting checks, and now my neighbors are feeling the same way I'm feeling, that was very empowering for me. Because again, I was used to impacting people that I knew, like Betty. I wasn't used to impacting people I didn't know and helping people get checks. That was pretty amazing. So I've now decided I'm helping everyone. I don't care who you are, where you are. I don't care if you live in Alaska or Korea or Thailand. I'm going to help you if this is what you want to learn more about, whether it's getting healthy or earning an extra check, which I'm really good at helping people to do. So you have to recognize the future. If you have a business mindset on, the future is e-commerce. We have like 6 TVs in this house. All of them are set up to smart streaming because every guest that has stayed in this house since we opened it 6 months ago comes in and they have a Netflix or a Amazon Prime subscription. All of them. They don't have any problems connecting. What does that mean? They're all online subscriptions. The future is online. This is the best of the best in health and wellness at a health and wellness store. Click of a button, sent to your house, 30-day satisfaction guarantee, and results that actually work. You can't go wrong, guys. Go to livepure.com. Throw something into the cart. I recommend the family pack. If you have a family of 4 or more, I recommend the family pack. If you don't have a family of 4 or more, but you're interested in sharing this with others, get the family pack. There's a lot of benefits that come along with it. It's also the best bang for your buck. The Reset Plus is the transformation challenge we're launching in January for 2 people. It's a 6-week program for 2 people, includes the entire Core Complete, includes the sports line, and everything you need to do our whole 6-week transformation challenge. It's one of my favorite packs. When you go to check out, it's going to say, do you want to become a preferred customer? Yes. Give them your email address and you'll get 25% off. Yes, there's no fee for that. There's no obligation to purchase again, but I recommend you set up their smart ship, because there's a 93% chance you will purchase again. Okay, why are you purchasing it in the first place? Because you want to feel the results I'm talking about. What if you do feel the results I'm talking about? You're going to want to purchase again. And that's what makes our products more affordable than our competition, is that future purchase you'll get 20% off of if you do it through our Smart Ship program. If you're listening to this and you're worried about the price, you're worried about money here in December, you know I'm right and that you need another stream of income, you're struggling financially, and you're sick of it. You're like, I need to make a change. Look at being a brand partner. It's $49 to be able to earn income from sharing with others. And this is all I did in the beginning. I was like a vending machine, like sharing with the people in my life, and checks started to come in. And then when I met people like Betty, who chose to share it as well, they began to exponentially grow. And before I knew it, I had teams in Montana and California and Washington, and I live in Florida, South Florida, North Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, teams all over the world sharing it, doing their own presentations like this, watching videos at night while I'm sleeping. It's amazing what can happen. And here's the key. Whoever invited you is only building 2 teams. Okay. So let's say they invited you and 19 other people tonight, and they're all on. And Bob's on, and he's like, look, I'm not doing good with my health. It scares me. At night, I think about it. Okay. I'm also not doing good with my finances. Each year I go more in debt. I have no more time to get out of debt. I don't know what to do. Put me in with the family package, but I can't really talk to you about it till January because I'm busy. Bob goes in, but Beth gets in, Leah gets in, Kristen gets in, Linda gets in, and Bob starts getting emails that these people have joined his team. Well, see, the sooner you join your friend's organization, if they're sharing it with others, you will see people join your team, and you have the potential to benefit from all of their orders. If you start sharing this with others, every time Beth orders, Leah orders, Brenda orders, anybody they tell orders, it goes into a savings account for Bob that he gets to cash in on as soon as he begins sharing it with others. Yes, Bob can earn money off of people that he never even knew. But would you rather be Leah, who comes in a year from now or 2 weeks from now, or would you rather be Bob, who comes in and says, I'm ready to get a position and get my business set up and do a tax write, can write off the entire investment? Or would you rather wait and go on Bob's team? It's $49 to enroll. You can write that off. Military and students are free. Business packs are free. The monthly overhead's about $149 a month of health and nutrition products that you already should be doing for your body and your family's body's health. If you're not doing that, it's going to bite you in the butt sooner or later, guys. If you can't afford that and you have customers who order 3 to 4 products a month, then you're covered. All right. That covers your monthly overhead so you can get weekly paychecks. And then you go place your first order. I recommend the family pack. It's actually $4,000 worth of products for $2,500. And we have a coupon for you tonight that will take it down to $2,000. All right. So it's $1,000 worth of products, $2,000. Your membership is waived. Your shipping is waived. You get in the company star bonus program, which pays you extra bonuses when you start sharing. And you get in my VIP mentoring program. Now, everybody who joins my team is going to get the training 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week that you can do. You're not training the whole 30 minutes, but it's teaching you how to call. It's teaching you how to invite. It's teaching you about the products. Everybody's going to get that. But if you're in the VIP program, you get access to our top leaders. We have weekly VIP calls that are recorded, but also live, where you can get on and ask questions from the top earners on our team. We want to partner with you to help you achieve whatever goals it is. You also have access to my twice a year VIP leadership retreats if you're on our VIP team. All of this is 30-day satisfaction guarantee, and you'll get 4 coupons that will be good through December 31st for you to share with the people you are inviting. Another great business package that also gives you free shipping, membership waived, is our Reset Plus. It's $1,500. With the coupon, it's $1,200. That's $2,000 worth of products for $1,200. Still a great deal. You get the 30-minute-a-day training on your phone. You won't get in my VIP program, so that's important, but you will get the 4 coupons to share with others. You can start wherever you want. Core Plus is $289, less than $10 a day. Less than $10 a day for you to get your body serviced. Not your whole family's body, but just yours. Okay. And then go forward from there. You can start with that plus the $49 brand partner fee, and you're off and running with the business. The guys always say, how do I make my money back? Well, you invite. Hey, Bob, I found something amazing. You need to take a look. Can you jump on tomorrow at 12 noon to take a look? Yes, I'm going live tomorrow at 12 noon and tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can start inviting people tonight to get on and take a look. When you find 4, and I'll just tell you the numbers because I know them because I've been doing it 15 years. If 10 people watch this that you invited that you know, 3 to 4 will join. If 4 join with the same package you join with, you'll have your money back. Essentially, you just got your family's health for free. So livepure.com. Throw what you would like into the pack. I recommend the family pack. It's what I started with no intention of doing the business. And since we've joined, we have earned trips all over the world. We've been to Hawaii 3 times, Europe 3 times, Bora Bora, Australia. This is a group of over 50 on my team that we helped earn this trip to Amalfi Coast earlier this year. Our next trip is to Greece, and I have a plan to take 200 on that trip. It could very well be you. So there's no cap to what you can earn. If there is anything you have heard tonight that has caught your attention, I would highly recommend that you get back to the person who invited you, let them know your interest level. The fact that I am sitting in an Airbnb that we literally built from the ground up, we bought the land with our pure money, we built this house with our pure money, and it's now paying us. It's another additional residual income stream. We could have never, ever done this with my PA job. And my husband has worked with his construction company that's been up and down for 15 years. This has been our mainstay that's continued to grow, helping other people earn checks, helping other people create passive residual income sources that they can then use to invest in other things. That's what makes me decide I'm going to go live every single day and share this with others. And so you guys, I will be live again tomorrow at 12 noon. Please jump back on, invite somebody to join, to take a look at it as well. Get your questions answered. Come back with questions tomorrow. I don't see that there's any now today, but I'll be here at tomorrow to answer any questions you have, and I'll be back in my home studio rather than at our beach house. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you think about what you're doing for your future, and I hope you choose to partner with us.